Colleen here. I just wanted to show you this gorgeous box I found on a website by a young lady called Crafty Caroline Creates, and I just thought it was lovely. When it opens up, it looks like this inside. It's just beautiful. It's just such a nice, easy little box to make that I thought I'd like to share it with you. I made this in our class, and because I'm starting to do the run up to Christmas, I thought I'd start with a Christmas box, but for today we're just going to make a plain little standard one. We're using the new fundamental papers. This one here is cranberry, and as you can see, I've cut the paper back the front. That was meant to be the lid and that was meant to be the base, but that's fine, I can live with it. So we'll start off with the base, and I think I've just dropped my paper. No, I didn't, thank goodness. Now our paper for our box measures 11.5 by 8 3/4 inches, and we're going to score it at 1 inch and 2 3/4 on all four sides. So 1 inch and 2 3/4. And I'm going to do this on all four sides. This makes for a strong, deep little box. And when I saw this, I just thought, oh, isn't that fantastic? It was just such a nice, pretty little box. So once we've done that, we'll set that aside. Now for our wraparound piece, that measures 12 inches by 6 3/4 inches long, and we're going to score that at 2 7/8 and 4 5/8. 4 5/8. Then we're going to turn it to the other end, and we're going to score it at 2 1/4 and 4 inches. Now I will have the measurements up for a 12 by 12 inch board. This is just for the close to my heart board. Now we're going to turn it back to the 2 7/8 inch end, and we're going to mark it at 1.5 inches on either side. I might just flip that over. So 1.5. So just put a little mark there and there. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to mark it at 2.5 inches here. So I don't know if you can see those very well, but we're going to cut from there to there. And we'll do that now. So we're going to take our paper, and where we've got that mark here and our 2.5 inch mark here, we'll lay that in, and we're going to cut that off. And then we're going to lay that point in with our second 1.5 inch mark, which is there. We're going to cut that off. That gives us that lovely point on the top of the box. Now we'll burnish and fold all our score lines. It's such a quick, easy little box, but it's such a nice little box, and you can fit quite a good supply of things in there. You could fit a bag of lollies for someone. So that's how our box will sit, like that. Right, so we'll set that aside. Now for our box, we're going to remove some pieces. I'm going to scribble out what's going to be removed, just so you know. We're going to get rid of all of that, and all of this, and all of this here, and all of this here. And we're going to be cutting up on some of these lines, but first of all I'll burnish and fold all our score lines. Now you can use, to secure the bottom of the box to the wraparound, you can use red tape or normal tape, but I suggest that you use something stronger, so I'm going to be using glue today. Now I always like my little tabs to go into the box, so I'm going to cut down to there, cut into here, and then I'm going to cut a wedge away there. Trim this end off, and cut this bit here into a small wedge as well. I'm also going to notch out here and here. So that's what your sides are going to look like. So you'll have a straight edge here, notch here and here. So I'll just do what I'll do. Oh God, that sounded a bit odd. Just by notching it just gives you a cleaner edges into your box. It stops it from bulking out. And notch up there. A nice one. I'm not very consistent with my cutting. So all our notching is done. Now for our joining together. Now I always like to glue down these small ends first just to get them out of the way. I put my rhinestone on the end of the glue lid so I could find it after. That's one. I'm just using our bonded memory glue pen with a broad tip. Usually I use liquid glass, but I don't know where it is at the moment, so we'll use this one. So now that they're glued down, fold in your tabs and just apply some glue here and here. And you're going to bring those up to meet the side edge, just like that. Give it a few minutes to set, which I didn't. Goodness gracious. Now set in place. Now go to the other end. Same thing again, just line them up, press them into place. And this gives you a really strong box, this does, by having this second layer on the top. I know it doesn't go all the way in, but it's still fine. Now once you've done that, then we're going to add glue to this section here. Inside. I'll show you in a minute what it looks like. So it'll just, gosh almighty, need to wait a few more seconds. I'm getting a bit impatient. There we are. Same thing here. might have to change the position of my light. And over here, well, it is only 6:30 in the morning here. Got a bit anxious. Yeah, so that's our little box made. Now to bring back in our piece here, and what we're going to do is insert the box in the middle, so that you've got about 1/4 inch on either side at the ends, and there's about less than 1/8 inch on either side. You need to make sure that the box is centered or you're in trouble. That's what's wrong with the green box. I went too far to one side and it doesn't quite sit properly. So we need to bring this in here. And set it about here. And you see how it's just need to give that a bit of a, I'll show you in a minute. Just need to press it down so it adheres. There we are. So can you see how just on either side there's like 1/8 inch between the fold line and the fold over bit. So this is going to fold and sit like this, which is quite pretty. Right, what we're going to do now is get some my favourite magnets, and remember the rule, magnets are dangerous to small children and animals. Ka-ching! So if you want to, if you can, the way that she closed the box, she actually punched a hole in here and wrapped a ribbon right around and tied it off, and it looked beautiful. But I liked the clean closed bit with the magnet, so that's the one I've chosen. So we're going to take a little punch, a 1/2 inch circle punch. Just going to punch out 2 pieces. And where are my glue dots finished here? I think this is, please be them. Nope, that's the little ones again. Oh dear, what have I done with them? Oh, here they are. Right, found them, got the big ones. These are the 1 centimetre ones. I like to use them for this because they've got a more surface area. Actually, I might just trim that up. I'm not too happy with my. That's a bit better. So, put a glue dot there. Now we're going to add a glue dot to the back of one of our circles. That over the top. Now flip on our other magnet, add a glue dot to that, get that sealed back on. Now this is where you need to be careful. You need to line up your edges, and when you're happy, give it a little rub and lift up. Now press that in place. Add another glue dot, place it over the top, and there you have it, a nice little closed box. Now I was having a little thought, I could either use one of these nice large triangles, or I might use some bling wings. And there you have it, a really nice, beautiful little box that can hold quite a bit. So this was for my Christmas class, and this one was for just for you to look at. Like I said, I much prefer it if the colour was on the inside, the pattern piece, but I can live with it being plain. I just managed to cut it back the front, but that's fine. So that's what they look like on the inside. So until next time, keep on creating, and I hope you enjoyed this project. Bye!